All right, everybody. Welcome to the show again. This is Stories and Solutions. I am Mr. Todd, the Toddcast. I have a real special guest on, and he's been on here before from Culturalist Theory. And you have a new, can I say it's a podcast?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who
N-
gave you a podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And that one's like really I'm like focused on that one right now.
No
So
doubt.
welcome back. Should I call you CJ or
CJ is perfectly fine, man. A lot of it just depending on where you discover me at is where people are gonna call me. So a lot of times people know me from my throwback podcast on Deck TV. They know me as AB on there. If you met me through Culturalist Theory or Who Gave You a Pod, then you know me as CJ Williams. So CJ is perfectly fine, bro.
okay. Okay. Yeah. So how are things going?
Man, I can't complain, bro. Just trying to stay creative, stay motivated, you know, um, looking out for other people. And, that's it, man. Seeing who I can help and who I can hang around and spend time with, man, that are on the same wavelength, man. I don't want to waste another second out here with anybody else.
I
For
I think
real.
that's so true. I think that's why I actually stay to myself.
Yep.
Um I like I speak to people, but as far as me like how the same way this is, it's
Yep.
like if we're not on the same alignment of where this should be going, then I just don't want to waste more of that time to not like I'm not trying to get there.
Exactly. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You know what they say when there's when something happens to you, like maybe like a death in the family or someone close, you kind of perspective changes on time, and that happened to me. So I'm that guy. Now, now I'm
Oh, okay.
like I'm moving with a little bit of different sense of urgency. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, 100%. So I was watching you and on Instagram,
Yep.
and what motivated me to ask you, I was going to ask you anyways for music side, but but then this actually overrode that importance. And I was looking at it and I was like, man, I've never because I first when I first had you on the show, you weren't doing that yet. And
Right.
right? So it was like for me, it was like, oh, I wonder what the first thing went through my head was like, I wonder what made you do this. And then the commitment of like I was watching you like how you set up things and you had to obviously um, you know, speak to people to be able to have places to do things. And I was just like, I gotta really talk to you because people need to know like it's possible
Yeah.
and you're showing that where um a lot of us will just like give up because it's
Yeah.
there's the obstacles. And but then when I was looking at you like the weight loss and you were like running, and I was like, man, this dude, like, I'm sure you understand me. It's like there's like a you could tell focus on somebody.
Yeah.
And I admired it, and then it was like making me I'm usually the guy that's trying to tell people stories to make them say, hey, my life could be worse. It could be better, like th there's the road.
Right.
But it's rare like when I see something you're doing and it like clicked where I was like, I don't know how you got there, but I want to know.
Mm. Yeah.
That's like brother to brother. It's like you're,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like because you talked about your like your childhood when you were saying before about the making the centers, and we're both kind of
Yeah.
aligned. Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I honestly I haven't forgot.
Yeah.
It's just like how you said like we're on this road, but I'm like, hey, so I just wanted to know like how that came about, and like how you got where you are.
Man, when it comes to the weight loss thing, bro, I grew up like a lot of us. I ate what was on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have much say. It was me and my older brother. So my parents divorced when I was young, and so it's my mom's holding it down for both of us. We two growing boys, so we mopping and cleaning up everything. So whatever it is, But most of the time, you growing up, it's a lot of carbs, a lot of sugar, it's a lot. It just we weren't as health conscious as we are now. Back, when I was growing up. So I got really big. I got big around sixth, seventh grade, and from then on, I've just kind of just been a big guy. It probably wasn't until I moved to Atlanta and I came back home, and some of my friends were like, hey, come to the gym with us. I'm like, the gym? Like, well, we shooting ball? Like, I go to the gym to shoot some ball, but that's about it. They're like, nah, we working out. I'm like, what? Like, I'm looking back at my partners, they sleeves a little tighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now I feel left out. I'm like, wait a second now. So that was the first kind of like, oh, I'm noticing that the gym is a thing now, and it never was before.
Okay.
But the real thing happened when I went to the doctor, and they were like, yo, you pre-diabetic. And I've
Oh,
always been big, but they've never said anything. All my levels have always been good. The second he said that, I was like, oh, no. I was like, nope, 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 nope. Something got to happen. So he just told me, man, he tried to offer some pills. I was like, yo, is there anything else I can do? I don't want to take anything if I don't have to. He was like, yeah, just stay off sugar for like 30 days. I
oh,
said, say less. Stayed off sugar for 30 days, came back. He was like, are you good now? And I was like, that's it? He was like, yeah. I was like, so it's just really about what I'm eating? Like I know it sounds silly, but I'm just like, he's like, yeah, just kind of watch what you eat, this, that, and the third. And so from then on, I've kind of been like, okay, let me start paying attention to what I'm eating a little more. Let me go into the gym. I went to one of the like LA Fitness or Planet Fitness, whatever. I went to one of those, and
okay,
just by getting active, just by getting off the
okay,
couch, I have no idea what I was doing. I lost like maybe 15, just kind of just again, just sweating, just breaking a sweat,
okay.
and
So
changing
just
the
being
diet.
starting it off.
Just starting it off because I had never been active. And again, you would shoot ball in the park or whatever, but nothing like for real. And
Yeah.
but the big moment is when in 2019 my brother passed away from something health related.
I'm sorry.
And then that's when I was like, oh no. And it was obviously unexpected. He was 53. When that
Wow.
happened, that changed my life from then on out. My wife at the time, we found a trainer. Man, I ain't left the gym since. And
Really?
that's when the stuff really started to drop. So yeah, that's kind
Okay.
of the origin of it.
So when I saw like your photos, you had like when you were pulling the weight thing and like how the football players go.
Oh
And
yeah, yep, yep,
right?
yep. The sled.
Yeah, thank you. And then like
Mhm.
you have like but then I started seeing like events and I was like, how are you having these? Because you're in Atlanta, right?
Yes, yep, yep, yep. So
So
that what you're referring to is high rocks.
okay,
That's a workout. I'm gonna say competition, but not really. You know what I mean? Like some people are there to compete because it's timed, but most
okay,
people are there just there to complete it. You know what I mean? To mark off
okay,
something on the bucket list. And
okay.
I ain't competing with a damn person there. You know what I mean? But I'm just kind of just pushing myself to the limit, see what I can do. I had never heard of it, but it's apparently a really big deal, like globally, a
Yeah,
big, huge
it looked
deal.
like Iron Man.
Exactly, like one of those type of things. Yeah, like so I did it. Again, my gym. Shout out to my gym, Lightweight Fitness on the South Side of in Clayco, Georgia. I didn't know about any of this stuff, man. He put me on all of this. He was like, "Yo, let's go do." So I went to the first one here in Atlanta just to watch.
Okay.
A couple of members of the gym competed. I'm like, okay. And while I'm there, I'm getting FOMO. I'm like, damn, nah, I wish I would have kind of wish I would have signed up, man. I think I might can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta get your feet wet by just observing.
Yeah.
And so it came back around, some new dates popped up, and one was in Miami. And they were like, hey, let's take a road trip or let's get a couple people from the gym, let's hit Miami, let's do high rocks, but then also kind of put our feet in some sand, relax. I was like, cool. So I did a doubles high rocks with me and my friend Verone. So we did a doubles, and it was fun. I mean, it doesn't look fun, it's not fun while you're doing it, but when it's over with, you're like, yo, like now I'm like, shoot, can I do one? Can I do the solo joint? I might do the
Yeah.
solo joint next year, right? Like
Okay.
you just kind of keep going, man. I never would have younger me 10 years ago, 15 years ago would have, man,
You
absolutely
said
not.
no. Okay.
Absolutely not. Not even
I've never
close.
done any of that. Like I played basketball like at a like how you said, like out here they have a LA Fitness,
Yep.
and then like you pay, I think it was like 100, like 130 for the
Okay.
season, and
Yep.
then you play like 10 games or something like that, and then if you
Yeah.
get you get in the playoffs. So I would do that, and it would be
Yep.
once a week. Um, Now I just go shoot on Thursday nights, but I'm like how you said, I'm just kind of standing there and
Yeah, we just
you know what
get
I
some
mean?
shots up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just to like make my body move. But
Yeah.
I walk a lot.
That's
Um, yeah. So, but I shouldn't say I don't have it. I don't feel the desire that I think I would be able to complete what you're doing. And I find
gotcha.
that amazing because I have other friends that are I think one lives in Washington and she's does like all the martial arts, and then she's done those Iron Man women things, and
Nice.
I keep asking like what is the motivation? And there's a guy that I worked with. He actually worked with my son on the cars thing, and cars my son works or worked for Pixar Cars,
Okay.
and so he was like the AD, and he lives in Vegas now, and his wife does these things like at least 3 times a year,
Oh
and,
wow.
and then they're going through like the mud, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then they're swimming, and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, at night I do my chairs, I have my YouTube on, I'm doing my chair exercises,
Yeah.
I got my kettlebells, I walk up and down my steps, and
Yeah.
like I said, I walk probably 2, 3 miles a day, um, but I don't know if I could do what you did.
Listen, I know. I think I had to crawl before I walked, and I remember when I first signed up for the gym for like this. This is kind of like a more small group training gym with like a
Okay.
trainer, and like he'll do some one on ones, but then most of the classes are small group classes, maybe 6 to 10 people, and it's a little more hands-on as opposed to what I was doing previously when I went to LA Fitness and it was just kind of working out on my own. I maxed out. I think I lost about probably 15 pounds, maybe a little more, but then I kind of maxed out. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I needed some guidance. And so when I come to this gym, obviously the trainer's in crazy shape. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so this is normal. This is normal life. Marathons, 5Ks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, I'm not down for any of that. I ain't trying to hit none of that, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm getting tired running halfway around the parking lot. So like what I on 5K with 3 miles, bro. Are you serious? Like, be serious. But it took him again being hands on and being like, hey, let's all go to the park. It's a track or whatever. Or let's go to the belt line. We've got the belt line here in Atlanta. It's right in the middle of the city. People bike, run, walk. He's like,
Oh,
let's just come down here. Let's do what we can. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. Or let's run, until we get to the bridge, and then you can walk to the next bridge, and then run
right.
again, and then so just little stuff. I was like, oh, okay. And then next thing you know it, I'm running through the bridge. I'm running slow, but I'm running through the
But still
bridges.
going, yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm running a little faster, and now I'm signed up for the 5K, and like I'm like, oh shoot, I did the 5K. It took me 40 something minutes, but I was like, yo, I finished it, and I'm like, yo, I think I might can beat that time. Like, like you start to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like that. Now the last one I did, it was 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Flat. And now I'm here for a challenge, bro. So like, if I'm trying to get in the 20s next time, you know what I mean? Like
Okay,
it's
okay.
something about that, bro. That competitive spirit. I'm not competing with anyone but myself.
No, it's yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of all I need. But that guidance, I needed a little bit of hand holding because it didn't feel real. I was like, bro, I can't run a 5K, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do that. Like we're adults. When the last time you ran full speed? Like let's be honest, bro.
Yeah, not me. I can't
That's
do it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, my knees are gone. I'm
And I had left knee issues as well. I've got arthritis in my left knee from a basketball out playing basketball outdoors, 2010, 2011. So I'm like, yeah, I can't run, bro. I got arthritis in my knee. He's like, bro, just
just do it.
just trust me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right. And so it took that push. But once you start to do it, man, it gets. I don't know, it's not it doesn't get addictive, but it becomes part of your lifestyle. When I don't go to the gym, I feel like I'm missing something now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like it took a couple of weeks to get to that point, but once I got there, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Okay. So then like um it's kind of like a community then. And it,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if you go, when I first signed up, I had to go to the early morning class because of work. I had to go to the 5 a.m. class.
okay.
And if you're getting up at 5 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to work out, like, to be laying on the floor dead at the end at 5 a.m. and then go to work, like you're there for a reason. Like you're not playing
Yeah.
no games. And
That's
so
motivation.
that's the people that are there, the 3 or 4 people that are in there with you, y'all in the trenches together. So y'all become close, and so it's a family, like you said. It's community, and so
Yeah.
you get to know people in there. You know what I mean? We all kick it. We all this, that, and the third. We put each other on jobs. We opportunities, and so you kind of find that it takes a certain type of person, bro, to get up at 5 a.m. and do these workouts, bro. Like it's not for the fan. Hell, to get up at 8 and do it, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, to do it, period.
Yeah.
But the sun ain't up. You connect on a different level with people in those types of situations. It's a huge benefit. Community is a big benefit.
No, I think it's a great thing. And then like I was see when you this is exactly how I said like when we were talking a few seconds before we started
Hmm.
that it's more personal,
Yep.
but it's to me like that motivation I
Yep.
think also is how I see you where you have the first channel and now you have the second channel. Was that your idea?
No, actually, so shout out to my guy Jay Red. He found me from Culturalist Theory. He consumed the content, he really liked it, and he reached out to me and he was like, "Hey man, can I have you on my show?" He does kind of a similar thing, like a solo show where he'll have a revolving guest, and he just kind of talks hip hop, current topics, things of that nature. And he had me on this show, and it went really well. So like he does a really good job of taking the clips, like the right clips, and putting them out. And the clips that he used of me and him they did really well. So he asked me to come back. So I
Okay.
came back, and those clips went well again. And there was a lot of comments that really liked our chemistry. And so he reached out to me. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "Bro, I think we should do a show." And I'm like, okay, I get reached out about shows and stuff, you know what I'm saying, like here and there, and I just don't have the bandwidth to entertain a lot of that stuff. Just because I have to move with intention. I told you, man, I like it's just I'm on the clock. Not like that, but I'm just saying, just generally speaking, like
No, no, I get it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't agree to everything.
Hmm.
It just I would just be aimless at that point. So I told him, I was like, bro, because what he was saying was true. I'm seeing the results of what we're putting out. I'm like, all right, bro, this is what we'll do. I'll do something once a month, and I'll do the edit on the full episode. But when it comes
Oh,
to the clips, bro, you're gonna have to handle that, and you just have to make it stretch for a month, bro. Like I'll commit to a month. That's what I got right now. You know what I mean? And he was like, okay, deal. Man, I think it probably didn't take us maybe like the second or maybe the third episode for a clip to just go insane. Like it out of here. And then I know how Instagram works. Once you get one clip that goes out, you
it keeps.
repost the other clips
Oh,
that did halfway decent, and then those get out of here. And then the future clips that you do, you have a more of a chance to. And so, man, our channel has been doing really well.
yeah, no.
Instagram has been doing really well. We've got a million. We've got a clip that did a million when we did a live reaction to the No Limit Cash Money verses, and so
Yeah,
we've made a
congrats on
really
that
good
too.
team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we make a really good team though because he held up his end of the bargain, and that's
Yeah,
all I ask for from people because
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm committing something, bro, this is what I'm telling you up front. This is what I can do. Is that cool? That's cool. Okay, cool. So you can do that. Cool. I only have a problem when 2 months down the line, now you're not doing it no more. And it's like, bro, I thought we had an
yeah,
agreement.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so that we clicked on that level. So things have been smooth. Eventually, we may up it to twice a month or bi-weekly or whatever. but it's doing really well right now. And it's just kind of like, okay, what's next? Like having a million view clip is cool. Having 100,000 view clip is cool. All that's cool. But like, what's the end game? What's the next step? How do we get to the next level? And what does that look like? And how do we get there? So I'm more focused on that, man. Like all that other stuff is cool. But like, what's the next step? I'm always trying
Like
to
like
advance,
like
bro.
yeah, like what sponsorships and what
Bingo.
like that kind of stuff. No, so I'm glad you said that because remember I said earlier, I was like when we met, we just seemed like we understood each other.
Yes.
And you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it comes with the I like to say this with you is that when I'm talking to you, I don't feel like it's hey, I'm here and you should be happy I'm here for you.
Yeah. Nah.
Whereas like, hey, I'm here and you're here and I see you trying to get there and I'm trying to get there and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like yeah, because it's I think it's your integrity, the advancement of people. I think you can't get anywhere because people tell me all the time, you don't succeed as much because you don't have a team. And I'm like, my team is two people at this point because
Yep.
of exactly what you said. People don't see the amount of work that didn't get noticed or didn't succeed. They
Yep.
don't see how many people let you down
Yep.
when you're always the one there, like I'll show you something because this is actually from what we spoke about the first time you came on the show. But
Nice.
remember I said I designed?
Yeah, that's clean, bro. Man,
Thank
that's
you.
clean.
Thank you. So this is
Yeah.
like people say, "Oh, self-plug," but there's actually a reason behind it. Like I made this one, my wife and I,
Yeah.
about uh whatever I sell from this shirt, I'm gonna have a transparency. Like obviously I have to pay myself to miss work and then
Sure.
do whatever, but other than that, it would be um like how you said you want to do like the boys club or whatever it
Oh
may
yeah.
be, right? So like if you're in Atlanta, for example, and then there's a guy out here, he was on the radio, he goes by Chuck Dizzle. He's a really nice guy.
Okay.
Um he does a lot of like community outreach. So
Nice.
like when I sell these shirts, I want to be able to do where I'm like feeding women in like battered shelters or
Yep.
helping out kids that are maybe homeless, but they're still trying to go to school or still working. They're not like, just like give up yet. Um, like kind of how you have the focus, like I can
Yep.
see it, right? I want to whatever I sell is, and it may be simple things like I go to a old folks home and then they're used to eating the same stuff, but I bring them in and out, or
Nice.
you know what I mean, or I take them bowling because that
Yeah.
that that makes them feel like they're part of the community. You,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? So it's like I don't expect to be like my end game isn't to be multi-rich.
Right.
It's to try to like enrich, I guess, to
I like
so
that.
you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
that's where we align, bro. I'm not trying to be at the top of the mountain by myself. You know what I mean? I'd rather be halfway up the mountain with family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Like what good is that, bro? Like I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like so I'm with you, man. And listen, I move with whoever is aligned in that same ideology. Like if you want to be the HNIC and you want to be on top of the mountain hey man, go for it. Like knock yourself
Yeah,
out. I won't be walking with you, bro. Like it's just not I just there's too much value in relationships. There's too much value in being around good people. Like it's priceless. It's priceless, bro. You can't put a number on that. And I just like life is too short. You know what I mean? To my knowledge, we only get one. So I'm gonna
yeah,
spend it around people that are on that same type of time, man. It's quite simple for me.
yeah. And I'm with you. And that's why I said like I was watching you and I'm like, man, I forgot her name. Uh your co-host. I'm sorry.
Oh, Q from Culturalist Theory?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But does she have another name? Is it? Does she go by
I
something
know
else?
on Instagram it's Jane Q Public.
That's maybe what it is. I was trying to
Yeah.
remember, and I was like, it's something. Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
Q, thank you. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
confused. It's a good it's a good click. Like both of them, But it's
Yep.
like um, how do you say it? Like there's certain things I watch, and I may tolerate it, I guess. And like I'm listening to it, and then I'm like, but somewhere throughout there, I'm like, man, I wish they didn't keep doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not a criticism. It's just
Right.
it turns me off, right?
Yep.
Um, I don't feel like that with you guys.
Mm.
Um, I'm actually debating. You hear me commenting on your DMs. I mean, when I see you guys going at like even the Jay-Z, like,
Oh,
oh man, I'm like, man. Sometimes I'm like, man, come on, put me on your show. Just put
yeah.
me on your show. Like you guys go at it. But I got something to say. I'm older. I know. I was
No
there.
doubt. No doubt.
And then I'm like, but it's fun. It's like
Yeah.
so that's the best way I can describe it because like yeah, who gave you a podcast? It's like
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah. Now when we were coming up with concepts, man, I think he has a very a unique way of looking at things, and I believe I do too. And we're from two different generations, so he's younger than I am, and so he brings a different perspective just off top from that. And it's just, and I think I'm starting to notice, man. Like I believe I have like a gift making making content that is, well, how can I put this? Making content that is engagement worthy around acts or artists that aren't not necessarily relevant today.
Hmm.
I think, and these are just things that I've always sat and thought to myself. Right now, we have a clip at 100,000 views about Ace Hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like no one is talking about like
yeah.
no one's talking about that. We had one with a clip that did 100,000 a couple of weeks ago about Rich Boy. Like, but
I
these are
didn't see
things
that.
that, yeah, like I said, he's the biggest what if in hip hop, excluding death. So, and you'd be surprised at how many people are like, yo, I've been thinking that, or this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like I'm getting, it's both, but people are commenting. They felt, you know how much it takes to comment on something. Like you
Yeah,
know how much stuff I see that I think about and go, yeah, but I keep scrolling.
yeah,
I don't do the extra comment. It
yeah,
takes a lot for people to comment. So if someone has commented, that means 10 people have thought something similar and just didn't. And so we try to make content that's engaging and making people think. It's never too like troll. Like I'm too old to
yeah,
troll. Like that wasn't even a
yeah,
thing in my age. I'm an '80s
yeah,
baby. Like I don't even know what that is. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like that's not how we. That didn't start until later when social media and stuff. And I don't know what that means. So
Right.
these are just things that I've been thinking or I've noticed, and I think there's something with nostalgia in hip hop right now. For the first time, like some of the stuff that people remember clearly is now nostalgia. And with,
Yeah.
gas being $1 million a gallon and all kind of wild stuff going on, people want to remember times when it wasn't that crazy, or at least
True.
they were simpler. And so, that's why I think some of these clips work, bro. And that's why even Q and I and my friend Megan, we started kind of like a live a situation where we do live events now with crates and convos, and
Yeah, I see that.
yeah, and that's circled around again. That's circled around nostalgia, man, because people need an escape, bro. We need an escape. You know, it just things are just too wild. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know every generation says that, but it's real now, man. Adulting is crazy right through this gap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. Well, I live in LA, but it's like just like how you're saying, there's um I think like the same thing with the trolling and
Yeah,
yours is more of a for a mature audience
there you go.
because I'm I'm older than you, but right.
Yeah,
But I when I don't feel like I'm trying to. That's exactly what I meant earlier when I said people say certain things, and I'm like, I don't want to
yeah,
keep hearing that, right?
yeah,
And it can be because sometimes there's I don't know, podcasters or just MCs or whoever, they come out
Yep.
there and they try to sound like today's lingo,
Yeah. Yep.
right? And for me, like I still say dope. People, I don't care if
Me too.
you,
Yeah. Me too. That's high up there on my list. Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? So it's like I get it. I'm not the um but I when I listen to you guys, I also, like I said, it's inspiring. I mean, I'm telling you, God honest truth. That's why I asked you to come on, because it's
Appreciate it.
inspiring that I was. I hope that don't come out wrong. I was there when you started,
No doubt.
right? So
Yeah.
I'm watching the growth, and I'm like, it's inspiring me, but it's also like making me wonder, like, well, what am I doing wrong? And
Mm,
or uh like how you said, the circle, and it's like if I was where you are or vice versa,
yep.
we already know each other, right?
Yep. Yep.
um we like the ethic or whatever it may be. Out here there's like a billion people that are like how you said, like the Instagram. Like yesterday I went to Sprouts,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to get my son his phone fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was waiting, and I went to Sprouts, and I was like, "Oh, let me just get some gluten-free stuff. I'm sure they have
Yep.
that." And you could see like the people. I'm nobody, but you could see the people. I was with my wife and my daughter, and the first thing down the aisle.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like,
Yep.
"What?" Like this
Yeah.
is a place that I thought like is not pretentious. You know what I mean? And so I kind of just stay to myself, but I have the same, like you and I have the same mindset. Like
Yep.
I cultivate all these things, and I'm like, I'm gonna create this and I'm gonna do this, and there's nothing wrong with that. People need people like you, and to be inspired to say I can do this too.
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, because I'm looking at other people the same way. You know what I mean? Like I remember the first podcast I ever heard was Combat Jack.
Wow.
Rest in peace to Combat Jack. It
Yeah.
was 2012, 2013, and he was interviewing Guru, Jay-Z's engineer.
Oh
And
yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
I never forget it. I had never heard anything like this. Hour and a half, hour 45, hour and 42, some random length, straight through convert. I was just a fly on the wall to a dope ass conversation, and I was like, wait, what is it?
Yeah.
I was like, what is a podcast? I was like, whoa, like this is incredible. Like I'm inspired by stuff like that. I'm inspired by Inside the Actor's Studio. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
watching shows like that and making content like that. I'm inspired by 106 in Rap City and stuff like that. So it's all like it's you have to have that because I mean, what else? What's the reason to do anything if you don't have any inspiration? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I have to have it. It's important. It's everything. And so I appreciate you saying that, man. Sometimes you do things and you're wondering if anybody's watching. You wonder if anybody gives a damn. You wondering if this is just going out into the abyss. You don't
Yeah.
really know. But I appreciate every single comment, share, like. I know that sounds like super corny, but like I appreciate all that stuff, dude,
No,
because
I get it.
you know what I mean? These are mostly the overwhelming majority of people who consume this content are strangers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I got a couple of people I grew up with, but they all know me. It ain't, you know what I mean? It's not, you know how that go.
Yeah.
So it's from people that I don't know. It's strangers, and I met real friends out of this stuff, bro. Like it's cool. It's a great way, man. The internet has made the world a lot smaller. And even though there's a lot of BS on the internet, a lot of things people say they don't really mean.
Yeah.
A lot of things people say they don't feel. But through all that crap, it's made the world smaller and made it a little bit easier to get the people that think like you. And that's the part I choose to focus on.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Yeah,
No,
no
I
doubt,
appreciate that.
no doubt.
Yeah, so I was thinking about when you were saying when you were pre-diabetic. So my sister, she passed away like 22 years ago, but she
Mm,
had diabetes.
mm,
And I was I didn't know if it was like a health thing, or like how you said you were inspired with your brother, and
Yeah,
yeah. And I lost my sister, and I think we talked about that before.
yeah.
Um, and I don't know if you find yourself this way, but I tend to do things where I'm like, not I'm not like I'm not perfect. I'm just like I try
Right, right,
to,
right.
you know what I mean? But like I do things where I notice there's certain things I do, and I'm like they're looking at me. I gotta keep going. And this is again the God honest truth. Like I was watching your show, then I was watching Crates and Combos, and then I said to myself, and my friend Ed, he's been on here before.
Nice.
He said, "Didn't you want to do that uh in these places here?" I said, "Yeah, but the rent is like $2,500 for a day. I'd have to have like 20 guests." You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
right.
Cycling in, cycling out, and make it like a one time. You know what I mean? And then it stretches out for the year.
Yeah,
That kind of thing. Like I don't have that budget, and
yeah.
you know what I mean? And then if you have like a place where you go to like Denny's or whatever out here, it's more like if people see you pursuing something and they're not a part of it, but they're even though you're a patron, you can
Yeah.
eat whatever, but because you set up two cameras, right? And everybody has a mic on, automatically owe you money that I didn't make.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that for me, it lowers my threshold to be able to get somewhere,
Facts.
you
I
know?
get it. Yeah, no, man, when we started talking about crates and convos, it was the craziest thing. Like Q and I were like, okay, how can we take the experience of culturalist theory offline and bring it in person in some way, shape, form, or fashion? And I kid you not, I mean this literally. If this was a Wednesday that we had a meeting about that, my homegirl who I used to work with, you got that one job, you got that job that you hate, but you've got that one coworker that you're super cool with. You're like,
Yes.
yo, y'all, if you weren't here, I might have just jumped out the window. Like, that's who Megan is for me at the
Okay.
time, way back. We just big on movies, TV, books, music. We connected. She DM'd me this very next day that Q and I had a meeting about starting a live event. And she
Hmm.
said, yo, I'm thinking about I want to do something live with music, but like you're the person that I know the most about this music stuff. Like, and she was like, oh, I'm talking to my mom about it, and she was like, well, reach out to Chris, and I don't even know her mom, bro. She was like, yo, just reach
Really?
out to Chris. She, you know what I mean? She knows who I am through her.
Oh,
She was like,
okay.
she was like, just reach out to him and ask him. And I read that DM, and my jaw was sort of. I was like, yo, this is gonna sound like I'm full of shit. But we were just talking about a live event. Like, so it just clicked. Long story short, we all got together. Of course, they clicked too. We came up with the concept. We finalized what the concept would look like. We started it. We launched it in August of last year. We did August and I believe December. And then we've done every month this year except April, scheduling conflicts. We just did one last weekend
Okay.
and we're preparing for we got a meeting this week to do the one in June, and we've got a vision for the next level and the level after that and the level after that. And so it's just like, man, sometimes, bro, and we've packed it out every time, and all we started was we had just invited the people that we knew. We started invite
Oh, to the
only.
place.
Yeah, we just invited the people that we knew. We used the Eventbrite or Party for one of the apps so that we could keep track of people. It
Okay.
was like, yo, come out to our thing. Here's the theme. Pull up. The venue only holds like 50 people. It's been packed every single time. Not a seat left. Every single
Wow.
time, from the first one to the most recent one.
That's
And it's
dope.
like, wow, like we don't have any real social like that, not yet, because we don't want to. We don't
No,
want to.
it's keep it.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it, respect to the venue. The venue it's a coffee shop, black owned, dope spot on Cascade. Shout out to Cafe Bartique. But we don't want people standing outside just so we can get the look. And I don't
Yeah.
care about none of that, bro. I want people to be comfortable. And so we haven't really pulled all the levers in terms of pushing it. We're exploring spots with a little bit more space because we want more people to experience it while
Okay.
keeping it intimate at the same time. So, but it just sometimes and I know this is so cliche. You just got to build it, and people will show up, man. Like it's crazy. And then you just take the feedback and improve upon the
Tweak.
process and make tweaks and the money and stuff will come and all of that stuff will come, man. Like so that that way people are compensated fairly for the time that they're putting in. Q puts in time, I'm putting in time, Megan putting in time, and we've got a vision. Like my goal for like a professional or from like a career standpoint is I want to get to the point where I can do something that I can make a career out of something that I would do for free. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To me, that's a version of the American dream that I'm into.
Yeah.
I want to do something for a career that I would do for free. And right now we're doing them for free and I'm having a blast. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. But then I also understand that there's a business aspect to it
Hmm.
and that we've got to kind of sharpen our business acumen and kind of elevate it from there while at the same time keeping that same essence. It's a balancing act, but I believe it can be done. So we that was our sixth one that we did over the weekend, and we're planning the next one is gonna be super dope. I'm very excited for the next one, and so it's just man, I'm telling you, man, I know it's difficult. We had to go find a couple of places, like we had to go knock on some doors and make some emails and some calls and some people close the door in our face, and other people, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit in Atlanta. I don't know how it is in LA. In Atlanta, a lot of things are black owned. So when you
Right.
come to them with the hip hop R&B concept, they know exactly what you're. They're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like they're not afraid. They're not. Whoa, hip hop. Whoa,
Yeah.
what? You don't really
Yeah.
get that. They're people that you went to school with. They're people they know who A Marie is. They know who these people are. It's not
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
foreign. So it's a little bit of an easier ask. I'm from Nashville, which is the opposite. So the me knocking on doors and mentioning these
Yeah.
people, they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Like they're gonna think
Yeah.
I'm talking about gangster rappers. They have no clue.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. So that's the advantage of being in Atlanta and being a majority. Well, I don't know if it's technically majority black, but it's very inclusive and it's very there's a lot of us. We deep down here,
Hmm.
so it's normal. You know what I mean? Like you go to Lenny. Have you been to Atlanta? You've been to
No.
man. Listen, it's I know people make jokes. It's Wakanda. But it really is though. Like bro,
Yeah.
people in leadership are black. People in people are everywhere are just there. Everyone looks like us. We're not in the minority in the city of Atlanta. I ain't talking about Georgia,
I got you.
Atlanta.
Oh, so so Atlanta is like size wise,
Yeah.
like how many miles would you say?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure, but I know some people count it. They say Atlanta, but Atlanta is very very expensive to live in the city. So a lot of people live on the
On
you
the
know
outside.
yeah, they live on the outside. So that's when you get, like Outkast is from East Point, which is 10 minutes outside of it. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh,
all
okay.
they call it Atlanta. It's all Migos are from North Atlanta. They're in Gwinnett County. But
Okay.
it's all Atlanta at the end of the day. But it's just it's different here when it comes to cultural stuff. There's something to do every night somewhere. It's three and four things to do every night for us. And
Okay.
so people are, but the issue was I couldn't find anything that was millennial friendly. You know what I
I
mean?
see.
Like Todd, in order, there's times when I want to get out the house, but I have a very specific checklist before you
Okay.
get me to pull up. I need to know a couple of things.
Okay.
I need to know who all gonna be there.
Yes.
I need to know what's the parking looking like? Because that's enough for me to
Yes.
turn around and go home. Like I need to know, am I gonna be standing all damn night or am I gonna have some place to sit? Will there be food? You know
I
what I mean?
got you.
Will the music be so loud I can't hear myself think? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not interested in that. You know what I mean? I'm here for the young. Shout out to all my YNs, but if they're gonna be in there, then I'm in the wrong place. I'm just not there anymore. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So like, I need to know these things before I'm going anywhere. And so we kept that at the forefront of our mind because we're all three of us in the same age range.
Okay.
And so that's what we built this event off of. And that's what we attract similar, like minded people. And they're all like, yo, where has this been? You know what I'm saying? Like, we get that same reaction. So I would say, think from that perspective. I'm not saying you're not doing this already, but I'm just giving my 2 cents. Think from the perspective of like, kind of maybe what you feel is missing.
Hmm.
And then like, creating something like that and seeing who you can partner with on a slow night. The place we went to, it's a coffee shop, but they stay open late.
I
They stay
see.
open on Saturdays until 9 p.m. How many people do you
Okay.
know drink coffee past 6?
Yeah, it's true.
Not a lot of people. So they had slow foot traffic during those hours. So hey, let us get these hours then. Let us try this
I
concept.
got you.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you try to find like angles and pick people's slow nights, solve a problem for them. Hell, we get 5 people in there buying sandwiches. That's more than they would have got. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and they ain't had to do nothing. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
I get you.
you feel me.
I,
I would try to think of it again from
yeah.
that perspective, man.
Yeah, no, I just want to be able to, like how I showed you, like with my shirt. I have like a bunch of things I'm doing. I'll give you a good example.
Yo.
Uh, Crates and combos.
Hmm.
And then uh, I don't know if I should call him an MC, but he's an artist.
Okay.
Uh, he goes by Malaman.
Okay.
We're doing something together, and he lives in Hawaii.
Okay.
But he's like super dope.
Yeah.
Kind of like on the Andre 3000 Lupe Fiasco kind
Okay.
of thing.
Okay.
So back in the day, I used to produce, and the change with analog to digital,
Yep.
I kind of fell off a little bit. Plus, I have a family now, and kind of like what you're saying, it's like the adulting,
Sure.
right? It's kind of like, okay, I love doing this, and just like you said, it's you do it for free. You love to
Yep.
do it, but you do it for free. So like my podcast, right? If I make $1, if I make nothing,
Right.
I enjoy what I'm doing, right? And there's a purpose for me. But I went the other day, this has been 2 weeks ago. I bought
Hmm.
the MPC sample,
Nice.
and I told myself, and this is related to your journey. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this good.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so again, I come back to the whole inspiration and the whole thank you, because there's only a few people. Like Malaman made me believe, because I had went out to Hawaii in I think August, and I met up with him, and he was like, "Man, why do you care what the other people say? Like you're dope. Like you can." And I'm like, like that's your community,
Yep.
And
Yep.
like I said, I looked at you, and then like the radio personality, I just call him Chuck because he's just a cool dude. But
Yeah.
we clicked. He told me, like how you said, he was like, "Hey man, you got to think about what's missing." He's like, because he's like, you have great idea, but until you get to this point, you shouldn't call me yet.
Gotcha.
And
Yep. Yep.
and at first I was like kind of hurt because I was like, man, it took me a lot to ask,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I need to know that because somebody else isn't gonna care what I feel like. You know what I mean?
Bingo. That
So
that's good advice too, man. That's real good advice because that gives you something to aim for and it gives you some direction. And he also didn't sell you on a dream like, yeah, yeah, I can, yeah, sure, all that, yeah, and then don't answer the phone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because there's people that'll do that. They'll yes man you, and then you try to hit them up and you left on red, and you're like, dang, what happened? If it wasn't the time now, you could have just said now's not the time. You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right,
so I got a lot of respect for people that handle things like you just mentioned. Like, yo, not yet. When you hit this stage, call me and then this is what I can do. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I respect that.
yeah, because again, it gives you motivation to figure it out,
Yes.
right? And I come from, like I said, I worked in music, so I come from the world where I'm like, okay, well, I can do this.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, the world changed,
Yeah.
and out here, everything closes early. And
Mm.
like I said, everybody wants something because then the first thing they see is the camera. So then it's like, oh, that's different. Now you got an NDA when it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, really, so yeah. So then you end up like for me, I'm better off renting a place for the day, like
Yeah.
on a like a, what do you call those Airbnb kind of things,
There you go.
and
Yeah.
just holding it there, to not worry about all that other stuff.
True.
you
Yeah,
know.
no, and that's another option too, man. That's we're trying to grow to get to a place where we can do that. Like I would love to have a millennial friendly New Year's Eve house party.
Nice.
And we invite all the people that have been coming to these crates and convos. And again, they're all like it started from just us three, our friends. So we all knew them, you know what I mean? Whether it was my friend, Q friend, or Megan's friend. And so if they're friends of them, then I know that I'm going to get
You're
along with them.
cool.
Yeah. And then so their friends are going to get along with my friends. So it's all, everybody's like, oh. And so it's a vibe. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just an unmatched vibe. And so we want to do a New Year's Eve. Again, I would love to get out the house for New Year's Eve, bro. I would love to. But
really.
only if the only if the situation is right. I'm not going downtown where it's 8 zillion people watching I'm not doing that, bro. And my
Yeah,
shoes I
same.
got stepped on. I done got bumped 17 times.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm the same way with you.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So if we can come up with something where we can control the environment and we think of what would be the ideal thing for me to do New Year's Eve to have a good time. And we just try to create that and bring it to life. The goal is to do it this year. If we don't get to do it this year and maybe it's next year, then that's fine. So be it. But the goal is to do that this year, man, to have a millennial house party. We already kind of got divisions and stuff, man. So we're working on that. So I got my fingers crossed that we can make it happen and give people something to do, a good time, a safe time that's going to remind them of when they were able to step out and kind of kick it without having to worry about anything stupid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, that's the problem. Like, um, unfortunately, like for us, like as blacks, well, out here, you're you're looked at as the problem first.
Mm,
You know, like I can be somebody, so my wife is half Japanese, half white. My
okay.
kids are obviously mixed, right?
All right, right.
But there's a running joke. Like if we go in places like amusement parks or any place where they have the metal detectors,
Yep.
they'll stop me. So if I go in first, they'll stop me. If I'm behind them, which usually I am, they'll go in and then they'll stop me. And
That's crazy.
they want me. It's like a given. So like even if I go into like a Best Buy, they'll
Yeah.
ask me, do I need help, but not them, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
crazy.
yeah, it's just how it is out here. So it's like for me, I'm more like how you said, it's a labor of love.
Yep.
I'm more apprehensive of like when I go to do this thing for my shirts, I'm going to individuals to get it moving,
Absolutely.
right? But maybe a company or something like that. But when it comes to like, oh man, I was thinking about having my show instead of in my living room. I'm gonna have it, you know, in this place, but I want to have
Yep.
kind of like what you said, but like I wanted to be able to have it where I have like a live guest kind of
Oh
thing,
yeah. Yeah.
right? Um, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? If everybody, and I'm being serious, like if everybody put in $5 for your party,
Yep.
it pays for the place,
Yep.
right? And then the rest is just your drinks or whatever, and everybody has a good time. And then, like you said, you build it, it will come. I'm not doing it to be rich. I was trying to think about how to make like enrich others. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you're having like the show, but I can't really it's harder for me to have this kind of conversation. You can look on my thing. It's like very small for the YouTube the visuals like this. Um
Yeah.
versus like when they see it with you right next to them because it's a matter of the people with their name, the
Of course.
place, right?
Yeah.
But then it's I feel like it's not as authentic,
Agreed.
right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how I said like I really I've been waiting for this, but I was like, man, you may not understand, but
I'm
it
with
but it's you're in Atlanta, I'm over here.
you. Yeah.
And you know, and I got people in New York, where I'm from that are on you. So
Yeah. I appreciate that.
yeah, man, it's a good thing. It's just it seriously is. But yeah, I admire it. And it's good to see good people
Yeah.
uh go up. Plug what you want.
Okay. Man, again, you can catch me on a couple of different platforms. Every week, I'm on deck TV with my partner Spike Lee. If you want to get kind of the latest and greatest in hip hop commentary, also every week on Fridays we drop Culturalist Theory. Me and my partner Q. Those are rankings, countdowns, lists of everything from TV to hip hop and R&B to movies as well, just cultural stuff. And then of course once a month, Who Gave You a Podcast? That's more the spicy I guess you could say hot take, but it's just more of unpopular opinion type stuff with me and my homie Jay Red. And just you can tap in on animal_brown on Instagram just to follow all those things. And if you're in the Atlanta area or the surrounding area, man, tap into Crates and Convos, man. Have a good time outside with like-minded people. Again, you'll have a place to sit, you have a place to park, you'll have some food, and the music won't be so loud as you can't hear yourself think, man. So definitely looking forward to growing that and taking that on the road too. So hey, you never know, man. It might be a Crates and Convos LA pretty soon.
That'd be
So
dope.
we work we're working on doing something like that, man. I think it'd be fun, bro. So again, I appreciate you having me, man. Uh, I'm always grateful to kind of to be on share someone else's platform, bro. You could be talking to any damn body, man, but you hit me up, bro, and I don't take that lightly, man. So I appreciate
Yeah,
it
no,
for real.
no, no. It goes both ways, and it's so weird. Everything you're saying, I'm going through. Like I went to my friend. I've known him for 27 years, but he just had his birthday, and it was in Hollywood, and
Hmm.
he knows how I am. Now, mind you, I'm not there. Like the party shouldn't be catered to me, but
Right, right, sure,
you know what I mean. But he knows me, so
yeah.
it's like he tells me he sends me the address. I'm like, man, this is like right on Cahuenga and Sunset. This is like the busiest spot, and it's on a
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So, so I'm driving up and down, up and down. I end up texting my wife like 30 minutes later, and I said, I think he'll understand because
Not gonna make it.
yeah. So I ended
Yeah.
up driving like maybe 3 blocks past it, and
Yeah.
then I parked and I sat in the car and I'm like, it's his birthday. I'll
Yeah.
just walk over there. And just like you said, it was so loud. I couldn't hear. But it's just not my vibe.
Yeah, that's
It's
all.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a criticism. It's just
Yeah.
I'm more like I have a lounge.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Music's on, but the
Yeah.
lights are dim.
Yeah.
It's not to be romantic. It's just chill,
Yeah.
you know?
Chill. Yep.
Yeah. I'll have like certain smells that are in there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then like the seating is where it's how you said, like there's an intimate, you can have 4 to 6 to 8 people
Yeah.
maybe, and then you can even have them in pods or whatever it is. And it's just like, and everybody's talking, but then to me, that's the true network of
Agreed.
life. Because then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, when I go home, like you're way over there. But if I found out something that you can benefit from, I'm not
Yep.
the kind of dude that's gonna be like, well, I can't get it.
Yeah.
It's like
No.
I'm gonna be the first one. Like you're in my community, I'm hitting you
Facts.
up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, that's my vibe. I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
I don't like crowds. I don't
Bro.
I don't like a bunch of noise. I
I'm
work with
good.
kids. I don't need to hear that all day. I
Yeah.
already hear it all day long. You know what I mean? I got to deal with parents. I don't want to deal with them. So when I go out, I'm like, I'm telling you, I go out towards like Santa Barbara. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nobody. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll sit off to the side. I'm just looking at the atmosphere and enjoy,
Yeah.
you know?
Just chill. I'm telling you, man. I'm the same way, man. So we were very intentional about finding a place that checked off those boxes. And if they didn't check off one of the boxes, then we didn't compromise. We just like in that, we just like it wasn't the time or this ain't the place. And so I think that's worked in our favor, man. Not compromising on some of those. It's like, okay, this spot hits all the boxes, but parking is $30. And it's like, no,
Yeah,
bro, I'm not then no.
yeah,
We're not doing that, bro.
yeah,
Like, so sometimes it feels like it's like, man, where is it at? Does it even exist? It's like, yeah, okay, we found the place. It's like, okay, it does exist. And the people are approachable. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, and they get what we're saying. They're picking up what we're putting down. And so it's like, oh, okay. Now that gives you a little bit more confidence to keep going. Sometimes you just need those wins, those small wins. Because you could be, it's almost like looking for a job. you looking for a job, you sending your resume out, you ain't heard nothing. You're like, yo, did anybody even see it? Like this,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
need some type of
Yeah.
win energy to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So it's similar to that. But yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. So we had to create it. I was like, bro, we got to create us a spot that we can chill at, man, that we would enjoy. I would. This is an event I would go to if I wasn't throwing it.
I
Culturalist
got you.
Theory is a channel that I would watch if I wasn't
Yeah.
behind making it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm dead serious. So that's kind of how I approach it. But
Yeah. But that's how it comes across.
mm,
So like I don't know if I can explain this correctly, but when I like if I solicit someone else's opinion,
yeah,
I feel bad because I'm like I don't want it to be about me, but I'm truly genuinely curious of how like people get to where they are or
yeah,
don't get to where they are
yeah,
because I'm more like what you just said. I go through those like, man, I put out this song. Ain't nobody like
yeah,
in the universe there's 8 billion people. I didn't even
yep,
get eight. You know what I mean?
yep,
And it and then you something else goes that you didn't really expect to, right?
yep.
But for me, it's like how you just said, like it's the vibe of that. I don't know. I guess it's just the frequency, the vibe of the
There you go.
people.
Yep.
And I truly believe like once you find that vibe,
Mhm.
you know, like I said, when I watch your show, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna watch it because I know you.
Right, right.
No, it's like I truly because there's certain episodes like I'm not really interested in that
Yeah,
artist, for example,
right.
right? But I'll still give it a chance and go, well, I may not know
Yeah,
this person, right? Um, but it's not like a chore, if that makes sense.
right, right.
You know what
That's
I'm
good
saying?
feedback. Nah, that's really good feedback.
Yeah.
And I've heard that before. I love talking to people about the channel because I can get feedback and see if what we're trying to put out is resonating because that's the goal. Like we wanted to build up enough trust to where even if the next video you're not super familiar with, you're like, well, let me click it because I might be put on to something. You know what I mean? Like now
Yep.
I'm curious because they're covering it, and
Yep.
that's kind of that's really good feedback. Okay, nah, that's really good to hear. I appreciate that, man. And
Yeah.
I've heard that before, but I like hearing it just to make sure that we're still aligned.
Yeah, because it's true. Like it's hard to critique yourself.
Right.
It's hard to sit there and ask your friends like, "Hey, can you watch my show and tell
Yeah.
me what you think?" No, and I'm not like again, I'm not here to be the critic. I'm trying to
Right.
tell you why I like your show. You know, it's like they're like this is why I watch you because it's you know my age range or
Yep.
it's not too foul or it's not too
Yeah.
like forced. It's just it's as if I'm sitting like in other words, I'm telling you, I've said this before. When you when you guys are going at it on who gave you a podcast,
Yeah.
I can like picture myself at the other side of that table, quiet, and I wait till the end and I go, "Hey, so I was there." And you know and but it's fun.
Right.
It's like and I laugh and I'm like, you know what I mean? Which other shows, it's not the same for me. I'm you know, I'm not even in 10 minutes. I'm off. Like
Yeah.
there's a thing in my house where I don't watch a movie after 15 minutes I sleep,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So
I
no,
get it.
you're good. It's a great show or shows. And
Yeah.
nah man, keep doing your thing. And you know, again, I appreciate you coming on and your time. And I know
No
you gotta
doubt.
go. So anytime you want to come on, let me know.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro.
All right. So you take it easy
Yes, sir.
and till next time.